Let's talk about movies. I want to talk about Disclosure Day. I watched Disclosure Day after hearing some relatively controversial reviews. Some said it was bad, others said it was good, others were just in the middle. I am leaning more toward the good side, but then I do have certain criticisms that I just can't skip over. And here's why. Disclosure Day cannot be enjoyed as just a movie that you go and get entertained by. It can also not be enjoyed as some sort of dignified, highbrow, poignant dive into the current political climate, or the whatever other themes seen as superior within the elitist society and group of Oscar winners. Disclosure Day is a film for the conspiracy theorist. It is the fantasy of a person who has descended down the rabbit hole of UFO evidence, and it is for those who heard the Bob Lazar story and want more. They are starved for the truth, as Coleman Domingo's character says in the movie. Disclosure Day to me felt more like a superhero flick from the early 2010s. It starts with Daniel, a man who is on the run from the government. It's a government organization seeking to keep evidence of extraterrestrial life away from the public. He stole some kind of crystal that seemingly has insane properties, and this was the first mistake, I thought. It is hinted that if he applies pressure to the crystal, or if he drops it, something bad would happen. That's a big enough stake to make him invincible in that scene, and it is never used again. It then cuts to our second protagonist, Margaret, played by Emily Blunt, whom I thought carried the movie. Her performance was fantastic, and her scenes were gripping. I thought the way they approached her abilities of telepathy and mind reading were good and interesting. Her boyfriend, though, proved far too annoying on more than one occasion, and I am glad that the movie got rid of him quite early on. And yes, he's played by the US soldier from Marvel, and guess what? He acts exactly the same. The villain didn't make much sense. He's the head of the organization, and he's a bit bland, to be honest. We know his wife died at some point. We don't know how or why. But we know he changed after that. There is no clear reason as to why he's doing what he's doing, other than the bullshit excuse that the world can't handle it. And it would create chaos because religion would become null. I strongly disagree with this, and therefore he did not captivate me. Then at the end, he kind of just gives up. Like, why? I would have liked it if the disclosure part of things was more in depth. I found it exciting the way they edited the entire sequence with all the news channels around the world. It roused emotion out of me. Especially when they showed scenes of aliens being mistreated. This kind of ties in with, the ending, which was quite abrupt. You'll see what I mean when you watch it. But I just felt left wanting. And perhaps if the earlier scenes were shortened, I could have gotten that. I thought the theme was this idea of telling the truth. The truth must be revealed to the world. But for the most part, it was a lot of running around and getting chased by government goons. Essentially, the majority of the film was not actually about disclosing secrets and just more about being on the run. They do have good suspenseful scenes, and I found it exhilarating a few times when the action was occurring. The action's good. I was definitely interested in their well-being as characters and for them to escape with the stolen data. I thought they are both compelling, and their kind of, dynamic is compelling. But then I also thought that at times it was just a little bit easy, like too easy for them to escape. Like she kind of mesmerizes everyone and then they just let her go. And I just didn't buy that. A little bit should have been given to Margaret. They set her up as the one to disclose all of this, and then it shifts to a random reporter for the actual disclosure commentary. I thought that took away from the anticipation and eventually from the satisfaction they had on screen was good, but considering this was building for Margaret to get her the spotlight, it was slightly disappointing. overall, I did actually enjoy the movie, even if I listed several criticisms. Just go and watch it, make your mind up. Thank you for watching this video. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more content like this, and comment below. Let's start a discussion. Essentially, the majority of the film was not actually about disclosing secrets and more about being on the... Fuck me. Kidding me right now, mate? Thank you, council. That's why we pay council tax. Why do we pay council tax?